The Saskatoon Hilltops captured their 14th National Junior Football Championship with a 34-23 win over the two-time defending national champion and BCFC champion Vancouver Island Raiders in front of a crowd of 2,700 at Griffith Stadium on Saturday afternoon. The Hilltops opened with scoring a little over 4 minutes into the opening frame as Tom Shockey would score on a 2-yard touchdown run that was set up by a Kit Hillis 39-yard punt return touchdown. The Hilltops would double their lead a little over a minute later as Ian Miller returned a Mark Mueller punt 51 yards for the touchdown. The champions would get on the board late in the first frame as quarterback Jordan Yance scored on a 1-yard touchdown run following a 12-play, 70-yard drive. Zach Schmidt would add a field goal to make it 17-7 Hilltops after 15 minutes. The lone score of the second quarter came with a minute 20 to go in the frame as punter Mark Mueller added a 45-yard punt single to score at halftime. Hilltops 17, Raiders 8. The Hilltops would take charge once and for all off the first drive of the third quarter as Ian Miller would score his second touchdown of the day, taking a 10-yard pass from Chase Bradshaw that would cap an 8-play, 100-yard drive. Zach Schmidt added a 14-yard field goal, and Mueller would add a single at the end of 3. It was Hilltops 27, Raiders 9. The champions would get back into the fight 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter as Dustin Peterson took in a 5-yard pass from Yance for the major score to make it 27-16. But the Hilltops would ice the game about 25 seconds later as Ian Miller got his third and final touchdown of the day on a perfect 77-yard connection from Chase Bradshaw to make it 34-16. The scoring would be rounded out by Vancouver Island's Michael Shaper as he took in an 11-yard pass from Yance with a little over 2.5 minutes to go in the game. Michael Shaper would catch 8 balls for 86 yards on the day. Ian Miller of the Hilltops won the Offensive Player of the Game award. He had 3 catches for 100 yards. Chase Bradshaw in the afternoon, the Hilltops quarterback, completed 13 of 20 for 246 yards and a pair of touchdowns. Raider quarterback Jordan Yance would complete 31 of 45 for 359 yards with a pair of touchdowns and an interception. Hilltops running back Regan Schuler ran 20 times for 127 yards, while Raiders running back Jordan Botel was held to 51 yards on 11 carries. Raider Scott Milton was disqualified for rough play late in the ball game after belting Hilltop linebacker Scott Spowinski following the play. Final score from Griffith Stadium, it was the Saskatoon Hilltops 34, the Vancouver Island Raiders 23. Tom Halleck, GX 94 Sports.